Well, it looks like Tim Pool's in a little bit of trouble. Just a little bit of trouble with this Sopranos woman. I never watched that show, but I know she's a part of the show. I've seen some clips on YouTube. I think that's the most prominent thing that she's done. I don't know what else she's been in. Apparently not much, because instead of trying to find new work, she decided to go to OnlyFans for future employment and show pictures of her bee hole over there. I don't know. I don't have an OnlyFans. Will never sign up for one. I think the real problem is the army of simps that pay for this shit. But I also don't think that what Tim Pool said here is wrong. She had a meltdown over this. Her and some other woman who are totally so proud of what they do, they had a meltdown over what he called him. You're going to get reactions like the one he's giving you when you do this kind of stuff. And he's technically not wrong. We have this strange thing where we're now calling like prostitution sex work, and that it should be a positive thing, and doing OnlyFans is actually empowering and true feminism and all of this stuff. It's very strange and kind of taking society down a dark path, because there's a lot of women doing this, a ton of them. Even though most of them don't make that much money, it's always like, you always hear these stories of these women making big, big bucks. Like Drea's here. She couldn't get a job, went to OnlyFans, was able to pay her house off and all kinds of shit. You hear about those stories quite a bit. She's a Hollywood celebrity. That's why so many people jumped on there, because they all want to see what she looks like naked. And more intimate spots on her that you wouldn't have seen on HBO. Despite being HBO, they still have a limit to what they'll do and show. But you only hear about that. You don't hear about anybody else, and there's a lot of them that don't make shit. There's like the people at the bottom and the middle that don't really make that much, and there's the ones at the top that get all kinds of crazy money. But I think it's funny that the Daily Mail and all of these outlets are blasting him for saying this, when honestly what he's saying is true. So she had a big meltdown over this. This was his post. Women deciding to be hookers instead of having jobs isn't an arc I didn't expect feminism to take. And then Drea got all mad. She was furious, as they put here. She fired back and said, well, I'm glad that TimCast clarified that I'm a hooker and he's a see you next Tuesday, except she used the actual word there, and says, keep saving America with your big influential platform by taking cheap shots at struggling single moms, tough guy, super cool skater shit, bro. Notice how she turns herself into the victim here by saying, oh, I'm a struggling single mom. She's married, from what the article says. I don't know if they've gotten that wrong or not, or maybe that was this other one. No, it says, it says it's her. She went back to Instagram after saying all of this shit right here. She went back to Instagram to post big walls of text. Some other OnlyFans lady jumped in, and it's this one who totally looks like a fun time. Or is that her? I'm not sure what's going on. There's two of them. These two right here. The Drea's on the right, and then the other woman on the left, she came in and got mad and called her queen and all this stuff. They're totally not mad about it, ladies and gentlemen. Totally fine with it. They're totally proud of what they do. That's why they're having meltdowns over Tim's response. This is a wild world we're in nowadays, but I don't necessarily see where he's wrong here, and a lot of people have his opinion, but you're not allowed to state it because these outlets will come after you, because the narrative right now is that sex work is positive and amazing, and it'll make you a true independent woman. Really, it'll probably just make you miserable in the long run. There's more to life than making lots of money. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.